welcome to this evening's stream where I'm shaking paint.
What part of the house can you see there? What's that? I don't even know what that is, and it's my own house. Is that my side? Ooh, that's my side. Oh, that must be the bookcase. You might be able to see the dinosaur. Here, look. He goes like.
That's an always wanted to paint right there.
Yeah, it's broken the illusion now. Illusion that we have just a black sky, but no, it's a piece of cloth. Quick, move! Don't break the illusion. So the technical hitch was Mr MLG forgot to actually put the camera that you see his face up, and it was just pointing at the ceiling.
Yeah, that'd have been no good, would it?
Oh, we've got some jazzy old music on. Can we hear the music?
I can.
How are we all? Let's say hello. Hello, Wicked D. Hello, Battlebane. Hello, Coronico. Which I still can't say, I'm sorry. Hello, John. How we all doing?
Hi, everyone.
There's a giant clothes peg in front of your face, and there is a Pokemon as well. I don't know what the clothes peg's all about. It's staying there though, apparently. It's just sitting there forever. I always thought that was like a rude thing. Is it not? Is that not?
What?
the pegged thing. I always thought it was.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I always thought it was a rude thing. Hey Pete, how you doing, Pete? Not seen you around for a while.
What's happening?
Pete says, hydrate. Still keeping us all healthy, you see. I don't think the music knows what to do with its little self.
Nope.
No one caught the Fletchling, the Pokemon. Silly Pokemon game. Kunika says, I am knee-deep in goblins and regretting my painting choices already. I feel your pain with cutting off the tabs. Like, oh, I'll cut the tabs off because, I don't need them. And then realising that really you should have left them on until after you'd finished painting because you could have held them with those things. I have done that before.
Cutting off the tabs?
On the bottom.
Ah, right.
Yeah? Because, Konika don't need them. But they would have meant that holding the mini would have been a lot easier.
With you.
Yes. Good, I am glad. What are you doing anyway?
So,
It's a very small brush, baby. You're going to be there forever.
I'm not, because I don't need to paint the entire inside, because you're not going to be able to see
show
it.
everybody the ridiculousness. Well, look, I mean, why?
Because I don't want to get paint on the windows. So I need to have a degree of precision.
I'm going to be quiet, and I'm going to let you talk and tell people what you've done with your stupidly small brush.
I don't know if I want to. No.
Battlebane's been kickbashing some more 30k stuff, so that's been fun.
Awesome.
Come on, what are you doing?
So, I am painting. Nobody will be able to see the inside of it anyway. Painting a B-17. This is the Memphis Belle in 1/48 scale. So.
That's right. Go on, I'm listening.
Yes, that's right. That's right, yeah. So I've just got to do the bits that people might be able to see through the windows. So, this plane is going to form part of our new window display that Mrs MLG and I planned out on a whim the other day.
Yeah, we know how those always go, don't we? We'll go, oh yeah, let's do that, and then we never do it.
Yeah. So we started while we were out for breakfast on Mrs MLG's birthday.
Because that's what we do. We talk about work while we're.
Well, I was trying to not talk about work, but it was all you wanted to talk about. So that was that.
You said that's what we talk about.
Yeah. So here we go. So we started building this, and we need to just paint these bits on the inside in case anybody peers inside.
Wickedy says, have you seen the size of those windows? No one's looking through them from the other side of the glass.
You...
And through the window as well. It's gonna be in the shop window, so you'd have to look through a plane of glass, which is the shop window, and then through the window of the plane.
Well, I could just glue it together, but you said you said that it had to be painted.
Hi Sharon, I didn't. You said it had to be painted. I thought you were painting the seat that those people were on.
Well, I am. I'm just doing these bits while I've got the right colour.
Anyway, you know it'll be. It's like my bloke that you can't see in his coffin. You know it's painted.
Yeah.
Just in case that one person. Wicked D, you're going to have to look through the window now and see if you can see it. It's going to have to be a mission. So what plane is it, sweetie?
So it's Memphis Belle, which is famous because of the movie that they made called the Memphis Belle. But it's also the same type of plane as the I believe it's called the Enola Gay that dropped the bomb on Hiroshima. The black primer.
It's rubbish. I don't like this one.
Yeah, well, we'll hopefully have our Reaper delivery in a couple of days, so then you'll be able to have proper.
So it bombs something,
stuff.
Did it?
This plane particularly was involved in bombing Germany.
Oh. So what's the movie about? Or what is it?
The crew and the plane and stuff.
Cool. Have you seen it?
Yeah, it's an old film.
Well,
But old now, from like early 90s, I think.
I assumed it would be. Any good?
It was alright in its day. Wouldn't stand up to modern criticisms, I wouldn't have thought.
No, Tony's written an essay.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, it is a rude thing, but the pegged joke comes from a place of ignorance and innocence. Peachy and his wife used to stealth. Oh yes, I've seen the clothes peg things. Peachy one day started talking about his wife pegging him after someone pointed out a peg on the back of his t-shirt. He carried on relating the story while the office were curled up laughing. I'd never heard of it until Peachy revealed this bombshell. Yes, I've seen he goes around, doesn't he, at shows and conventions and whatnot with his little clothes pegs. Yes. But it's fine, you know. Nathan
floats your boat.
A great big sign across his face that said pegged for about 10 minutes. Don't worry about it. Pando is crying, apparently. So that's nice.
Pando's always crying.
Pando likes attention. That's what that is. I have the dog today. I have Gizmo under my chair today. I don't know where the camera for Gizmo Cam went. But you can't see him anyway because
he loves you more.
He's in a silly angle. So we're painting this. We're doing this plane, aren't we? What else have you got to do to this plane?
Put the cockpit bits together, which is this bit. That's next. I've got to paint the other side, but seeing as you all took the mic, I'm just going to paint this one.
It wasn't all. It was just Wicked D. Battlebane says, "What's your opinion on Epic coming back as it's before my time?" Not like making you feel old there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Epic's been around a long time, or the Epic scale was around for a long time. One of the first things I bought from GW was Epic scale stuff back in the distant past of like the 1990, I think.
Hey, Crafty.
I mean, we've been expecting it for a while. Let's say that. Been expecting it coming back for a long time. Was kind of hoping that we'd get Epic 40k rather than Epic Heresy when we've already got Heresy. Not sure that I will play it, if I'm honest. cool. I want to play Stompy Roboticus or Adeptus Titanicus, however you would like to describe it. Definitely going to get some more of that in, because I have started painting some Titans at some point. But yeah, not sure I will play it. I think the minis look quite cool. I think I'll probably end up owning some and then using them to decorate the bases of my Titanicus Titans. But unless other people start playing it a lot, and then I might end up getting sucked in. Currently.
I think Koniko likes Stompy Roboticus. Regular Space Marines are small enough for me, says John. I can't handle epic scale.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people have wanted it back for a long time. Like they want a lot of the other specialist games, as they keep getting referred to. So, Battlefleet Gothic. A lot of people are hoping for Battlefleet Gothic back again. Anything in the 40k universe, really, that involves something a little bit different to slogging your guys across the battlefield. So I don't know really. We knew it was coming. I'm a bit underwhelmed by it, if I'm entirely honest. Was kind of hoping for something a little bit more spectacular. I don't know if it's down to the colour scheme. They've painted all the Space Marines on the box art stuff as Death Guard, and I think it just looks a bit boring.
What colour's Death Guard?
They're white with sort of a dull white with green shoulder pads.
Alright.
And
So like toothpaste.
yeah, they just look a bit weird. Yeah, like minty toothpaste. Not unlike this spearmint colour that I'm painting this cockpit.
Crafty says, less edge highlighting on 8mm Marines, I'm sold. It's a bit Forge worldy in the colour scheme.
Yeah, I like the idea of tiny tanks again, because we used to have a lot of fun playing tiny tanks. Now what I might have mentioned before, but my friend or friends and I in the 2000s decided that we didn't have enough room for full-size 40k round at my mate's house, so we played 40k with epic minis and it singly based them, which was a bit crazy really, but
it was crazy time.
yeah, it was good fun. So I've got a couple of armies knocking about. I've got some Space Marines and some Imperial Guard, singly based epic minis. But and the tiny tanks were cool. I don't know if I really want to go. Don't know if I really want to go through it all again.
Was the tiny tanks what we used when we did the miniature?
It was.
House? Oh, what's that? Scalemodel Village. Model Village.
At the Model Village.
At the Model Village, we had a shop. I don't actually know if it's still there.
I don't know.
Because we haven't been for years. And it's like a sponsored thing, so I should imagine if somebody else paid, then they probably got our shop now in the Model Village. But we made the model shop for the Model Village have a wargaming table in the window.
Yep.
And we used those little tiny tanks to depict a war game being played in the Model Village shop window. Wow, that was a lot of words.
Yeah, we used tiny little Lehman Russ battle tanks and Imperial Guardsmen on the gaming table, because it was a replica of.
It was an exact
the first
replica
shop.
of the shop, yes, at the time. And they never contacted us and said, "Do you want your little tiny tanks back?"
No, I reckon
it
it's
might still be there. We'll have to go and have a look. Ooh. John is gifting 10 packs.
Thanks, John.
Wowzers! Go make Nathan do silly things.
No, don't.
He's slightly grumpy today. I like how you can use words I can't say. Arnatica and Adaptus Titan Cass. What's those words saying?
What's that?
What Battlebane saying to you?
Aeronautica and Adeptus Titanicus.
All right. Okay.
I think that's Aeronautica and Adeptus Titanicus.
I do wish they wouldn't call everything such stupid stuff.
Yeah, well,
anyway,
and the new one's called.
How you can use theirs.
Yes.
Spray Space Marines units blue, says Tony. Paint bases, green. Done. Dull Space Marines, but smaller.
Yep.
And there's a Pokemon, a giant green monkey with some broccoli on its head.
What's that?
I don't know. A Pansage.
Yes.
It's alright, Battlebane. Reading isn't my strong point, so together we're doing awesome. I just wished they'd bring Gargants back, says Crafty.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would like to see the other races getting involved in some epic action.
It's not even out yet, is it?
No.
So do you think they will?
Maybe eventually. It's depends how popular it is, I guess. How many people buy into it, because they've made it Heresy era. So unlikely that the other races will feature unless they decide to roll it out to 40k as well.
Oh, I see. Okay. Why have they done that then?
I don't know.
Thoughts?
I think it is. Throwing this thing around all over the place. I think it is because the design studios at Games Workshop have changed slightly from what I understand. So there's the main studio that is responsible for 40k and Age of Sigmar, and then Heresy and all of the other games are the Specialist Games studio.
No one caught the broccoli head.
So it's a different team that has responsibility, and the 40k team are apparently very jealously guarding their stuff, basically, and don't want anybody else messing with their stuff. But because 40k is such a massive part of GW's revenue and what have you, they can't not have 40k, but they just don't want to mix it up at the moment. I guess they don't want to lose 40k players to another game system at the moment. So
Tony says, enough of this nonsense. Nathan, which lead character did you play in Memphis Belle? I put you inside the plane on the
I can't remember what any of them were called, to be fair. In the bomber called Valentine or something like that, I think, actually. The Bombardier Cheppy. Been a long time since I've watched it.
Kuniko says, it's my choice and you can't play with them.
That's right. That's right. Right, let's get this half of the plane. And then we'll do machine guns. And then...
we can't see what you're doing anyway.
Okay, is that better?
Mm-hmm. So what's the idea with this then? What's... You stuck some bits together already, didn't you?
Yeah.
Now what's happening?
So we stuck some bits together already, and then what we're going to do is get the rest of it stuck together. Once I've painted these bits, we're not going like crazy. We're not highlighting belt buckles and stuff. Just going to do.
Is that because you won't be able to see them through the window?
Yeah, you might be able to see the thing, but you're not going to be able to like tell that there's highlights and things, are you? So just going to do basic painting, get it stuck together, get some liquid mask and mask off the canopies and what have you, and then because some of them go on the inside and some of them go on the outside. Easy enough to leave the ones on the outside off, but not very easy to leave ones on the inside out. So, sticking
R3 Snail72 is the best.
Red's the best. Hey Red.
Hi.
Sharon says, today I got the new Gobbos from GW. Don't care too much for squigs, but love the Gobbapalooza. And to be fair, it would be fun to paint one squig. Not sure about all the rest though, but those Gobbos are the cutest. Alright, squigs.
Yeah, I think they're cool.
I painted a couple of squigs. I still have some left in my box.
Oh, that made me jump.
Did it?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, wowzers. Did it make you jump, wicked thing?
I wasn't ready.
Well, that's the idea of the thing, isn't it? For you not to be ready.
I wasn't ready.
Be a bit rubbish if you were ready.
So we've been playing, planes aside, so I'm going to stick the plane together. Let's just talk briefly about the plane and I'll get on topic. So we're going to stick the plane together and then the plane is going to hang in the window, and we've also got a couple of other things that we're going to put in the window. So we've got new train set that we're going to build.
Wow, come on, let's not say we've got new train set. Currently there's a bit of wood on my kitchen table.
Yeah, okay, so we've made a board for it, and I cut it out last night because we're going to have like a curved edge on the back of it, because that's going to be like a centerpiece to the rest of the window display, but the whole window display is going to highlight the fact that we sell other stuff apart from cuddly toys and Halloween homewares and board games.
Yeah, the windows at the shop are getting too off topic. It just looks like we sell seaside stuff that you can get from any shop, and we're losing the core of actually what's inside the shop, which is hobby and scale models and super cool stuff like that. So we're going to do our best to get back to a window that looks like that. I think that the main problem came when the staff move things around in the window and we get new stock and we can't fit it anywhere, so they've just been putting it in the window, which is fine, but it's not really portraying exactly what we are, which is a hobby and game shop.
So yeah, Memphis Belle is going to be hanging in the window, so people know that we sell models, along with some other stuff. We've got a TIE fighter to build, to go in there as well. And a couple of other bits and pieces to go in. And then we've got a couple of like little project things to do, and we've got some lights to go up and other stuff like that.
Yeah, we need to make... The shop always looks closed. There's 1,000 million lights inside the shop, but you can't tell from the outside, and it always looks shut, which is just ridiculous because the amount of lights we've got in the place. It just always looks closed. So we've got some new lights to attempt to shine from the inside out and see if that helps. And if it doesn't, then I'll just give up because we can't think about... We've tried everything in the entire world, and nothing makes the shop look open.
The only other thing that we can do is get a massive neon flashing sign outside.
Yeah, but then the boys will probably forget to switch it off and we'll be open for the rest of the night.
Yeah, we're open.
Wicked D said that the jump scare didn't make a jump because it was her who did it. That'll do that then. Sharon says, I think I have trouble painting things I cannot easily place in D&D, and I don't know how to place squigs. They're cute though. A little too many in the box. They are cute, just paint them for fun. Red Snell says, a B-17F Flying Fortress. Indeed it is.
That's correct.
Memphis Belle versus TIE Fighter seems like an unfair matchup. White Rose Joan, hi White Rose Joan. How to show you have hobby stuff in the window, just have me, MLG, sat in it painting, advertising from peace and quiet bonus. We did actually consider, not putting you in the window, but we did actually consider setting up a table with some D&D things and stuff and like a mannequin pretending to paint. But then we we haven't got a mannequin and we haven't got this and we haven't got that, so that idea left the window. But yes, we could just hire people out. You could just sit in the window painting. I don't think you have time though, to be fair.
Yeah.
You'd have to be sat in the window doing paperwork and taxes, and that wouldn't really send the right message, would it? You were open today according to the sign on the door. Yeah, only for half a day until we realised, because the boys hadn't turned the sign around. Yeah, we were only open for half a day, but we weren't, obviously. But yes.
Who said that?
Ricky D.
Oh.
Nathan went to the shop and then came back and turned the sign around because he'd seen it in the window. I was hiding from some scary people who were outside. Tony says, I think you might have nailed it, Sharon. I like the idea of squigs. They look fun, but I can't make sense of them. And as they don't sit in a world I'm familiar with, then they don't get painted. Yeah, I just think they're cute. Mine are just in the cupboard over here doing nothing. I was told that Mr MLG might be able to use them in something, but so far they've been sat in here for over a year, so I don't know.
We will use them in something.
Put a paintbrush in George's hand. We did also contemplate, Sharon, you are correct, putting George, the Pathfinder Goblin, in the window. Unfortunately, George is made of foam and the window is far, far too hot. So it might have just been a case of one day we walk past the window and there's a puddle of George. Ooh. Scary. Yeah, there'll just be a George puddle. And that wouldn't be very good at all, because he was my birthday present after all. So he'll have to stay in his little fort. All of these ideas, you say, came through our head. White Rose Dragon says, been a while since I managed to catch a stream. How is everyone?
All good, thank you.
All good. This is the only stream this week because we need to paint the shop, and we can only do that when it is closed. So we're going to have to go on a night time and paint the shop. There was a rather baffled group of youths at the door when I went, yes, the sun was hiding from Wicked D. They were scary. They were scaring me. I was hiding behind the paint. Have Gizmo painting in the window. Oh, bless his little cotton socks. He was running backwards and forwards today because somebody was walking backwards and forwards with a golden retriever. And Gizmo was trying to watch it through all of the windows as it walked backwards and forwards. Sharon says, they could politely be some really round wingless imps. Well, that's a stretch. Yeah, I don't think you'll get away with wingless imps for squigs, really. How are you, White Rose Dragon? What have you been up to? Mr MLG is painting this plane. Aren't you, darling?
Sure am. I'm just trying to figure out what colours are close, because this is the instructions telling you what colour to paint what thing. Are these little like ticket shaped markers with letters in, and then you have to cross-reference that with this chart over on this side, and then the colours are Revell paint colours.
Because it's a Revell kit.
Because it's a Revell kit, so then I've got to work out what that translates to in the paint that I've actually got. So that's what I'm doing. If I'm not talking, I'm thinking, I do apologise. So we need some some grey matte. So I'm going to use slate grey from Green Stuff World.
White Rose Dragon is not doing too bad. Finally got my bike CBT licence again.
Awesome.
Battlebane says, my dog started jumping like mad as he saw another dog through our window. Well, thankfully, Gizmo is quite a sedate puppy, as you may notice from every time you see him is asleep. So he follows the other dogs and has a sniff, but he doesn't make any noise. But he just likes to see them. When we went to the local food market, the first time that in a very, very long time that Bridlington has had a food market in an attempt to bring people back to their main market, because it's got smaller and smaller and smaller over the years. And we walked Gizzy down for a walk because the weather's got nicer now, so he can actually go out and not burn his little feeties. And he was doing quite well, walking around the food market, going like, oh yeah, whatever, boring. And then we walked past Wicked D, and obviously the humans in our party had seen her, but Gizmo hadn't. And then he clocked her and just went nuts and jumped all over her. And then we looked like we had a really unruly dog because he was so excited to see her. Tony says, youths? Seriously? I'm 55 and I haven't started saying youths yet. They were youths, that's what they were. Wish mine was like that, says Battlebane. Unfortunately, he's got more energy than the sun. It's like Gizmo is 13 and he's only 1.5. I mean, he's asleep now. He's done nothing all day apart from follow me around the shop. And he's asleep and he's dreaming and his nose is twitching.
It's hard work being a dog.
It's not. It's not. It's hard work being some dogs. You know, some dogs actually work for a living. Some dogs, you know, are like sheepdogs herding sheep and on a farm and stuff. This dog does nothing. But seems to find life extremely difficult and has to sleep a lot.
It's hard work.
It's hard work being loved so much, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
What was I going to say? I was going to tell you about my next project.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's alright.
I keep interrupting.
No, it's me. I've got distracted again. I was talking about the plane and then I was going to tell everybody what I was planning on doing next. So, I've got... we've been playing a little bit of Mordheim at the shop. And so I've played a couple of games with a human warband. And like everybody else in our group, I've decided that maybe it might be good to have a second option of what models to play. Now I would like to maybe do some undead. Mrs MLG likes undead, don't you?
Yes, my dad.
You like painting some of the skeletons and things.
What's it got to do with me that you're playing Mordheim?
No, nothing really. But,
okay.
I thought it might be cool to do something different. Now I'd also like to do some troll slayers, but I haven't got any models for those, and don't really need to be purchasing anymore.
No.
But I've already got loads of skeletons and stuff, so I think I'm probably going to do some skeletons. But I don't want to use the undead out of the book because I don't want to have to have vampire and dregs and boring stuff. So I think I'm going to go with the rules for Tomb Kings.
What?
But just use normal skeletons instead of having ones that look like they've been buried in Egypt.
Pete Dehydrator wants you to show a mini you have painted in the past.
A mini painting. Well, you see, I can only just reach a squig. So, seeing as how we were talking about squigs, maybe you could have a squig. The squig nearly fell on my head. There you go, that's one from me.
Oh.
White Rose Dragon says, the interior of the American aircrafts was an olive, if I recall. My instructions for the couple I built are at the parents, so I couldn't be much help. Hang on. That's my poopy squig.
Who's your ace squig?
He's not Ace, he's about 2 years old now, isn't he?
I think it looks mint.
White Rose Dragon doesn't have any balls for catching Pokemon.
You don't know.
Bottlebane says, my dog loves to play, and if you ignore him or you're busy, he will very much let you know.
This is one of my dissidents for Horus Heresy. He is one of my Contacar Terminator dissidents. He's only quite basic, actually. Might revisit these guys at some point and try and
She's got no else to do.
sharpen them up. But there you go.
White Rose Dragon says, you're doing more time at the shop?
Yeah, we've been playing it for about a month so far. We're going to start a proper campaign in the not too distant future.
I still have Sisters of Sigma I need to paint up, says White Rose Dragon. That's not happening, Coronito.
What's that?
What?
What's not happening?
That I'll be painting a warband.
Yeah.
It's got tickle fingers. What my who had tickle? Yours.
I think my guy.
More time. I love more time settings, says Tony. I have some potential dregs if you want something that looks a little different. I went with the Court of the Sewer as an idea to go with. Very
Nice.
cool. Night Lords still give me PTSD from the drop assault which happened, says Battlebane.
Yeah, and I
Pete
can only
Dehydrator
apologise.
sends love to everybody in the chat.
Apologise.
Ah, Pete sending love to everybody. Everybody send some love in chat.
Well, that's not right, is it?
What, that Pete's sending love to?
Oh, sorry, no, not that. Not that. Could I have a bit of blue roll? I seem to have discarded my blue roll.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you, darling. Thank you. No, my gun metal isn't hasn't mixed. I've just got like black oiliness sticking out. Or that has leaked out of the thing.
Wiki D's just sent me a message on WhatsApp of the thing that I was talking to you about before the stream.
I can't remember what it was.
The local crematorium are having an open day.
Oh yeah.
Where you can go and look round behind the scenes. I think it's cool. I think we should go. We'll have to take me, Wicked D. We'll have to go. It's very strange, but I think it's cool. Tony says, my summer solstice thing to Nathan was inspired by Mordheim.
Yes. Yeah, well, see, Skaven could be another possibility. I don't think anyone's really playing Skaven. Skaven could be another possibility, but I do have some really nice undead minis that I might use. But no, I want to use the, thank you for the offer, Tony, but I want to use the, I don't really want to have vampire and stuff. I would much rather have, say, a lich or a necromancer as my leader guy. So I think I'm going to go with I think it was in one of the supplements that they published it, but they did a warband for like Tomb Kings, but I'm going to use normal skeletons and just substitute them so that they don't have to have all the silly headdress things on.
Sharon says, what? And Kurika says, can you burn some? I mean, can you burn something? Vicky D says, come on in, guys. Doris is just going into flames. You can watch her burn. Smell that? Yep. Doris toast. I know, it just seems. I'm sure that they won't be burning people while we're there. Because I'm assuming that we're going now, Wickedy.
When is it?
I don't know. At the weekend. I'm not here actually. I don't think.
Oh, it's this weekend.
I think so.
Ah, what? I might go.
We could do an MLG away day to the crematorium. Do they have a kids' soft play area? They have an area where you have a cup of tea and some sandwiches after you've been to a funeral. Even if it's not a funeral you should have gone to, like the one that I accidentally went to, that was the wrong one. What? Are you just painting everything the same colour?
No.
Was it not already green to start off with?
It's now a different shade of green.
Twitter's just told me that British Gas is talking to us. Great news, if you're a British Gas Energy customer, we can now offer you fixed tariffs. Just bring the prices down, you idiot. And if we bring out a better fixed deal in the coming months, you can swap for that for free. Oh, they're so generous, aren't they? You're so kind. Everybody is complaining because obviously Twitter is just a dumpster fire at the moment. And the latest thing on Twitter is you can only see, or you can only read so many tweets, and then you just can't read anymore, which just seems completely insane. I mean, I have never reached my limit, the limit that is imposed on us, because I don't spend a lot of time on there. But lots of people do, and lots of people find it a nice way to find out information or, you know, look up things, and then you go, no, you can't anymore. You've read too many now. It's just weird. It's just weird. Sharon says, I'm in utter need of junk comfort food, so about to prepare a 4-cheese pasta. If you don't hear from me, I've drowned in cheese, and thanks for the stream. Only 4 cheeses, Sharon. That's just my normal dinner time. Do you have my permission to be away this weekend? I'm not away. I'm out in Beverley. Oh dear. You're always out. You don't count.
She's going out, leaving me.
Yeah, you never take me anywhere. What to do? Yes, it's the annual lads' night out, which has dwindled now to just the 3 of us, which is quite sad, really.
Kev's coming too.
Oh. The 3 of us and Kev, yes, that's right, I forgot about Kev, sorry. Kev's driving. I just had a mashed potato and cheese sandwich. So you have my blessing, says Kariniko. Nah, I don't think I've ever had
mashed potato.
But then I do eat bird's eye potato waffles and cheese sandwiches, so
You
it's the same, isn't it, really?
Yeah, we haven't had that for a while, have we? That's winter food.
In a pit of bread, it is the best. Tony says, and if tomorrow's minis are a horror story, we know that you've OD'd and had full-on cheese dream inspiration. Yeah, I eat so much cheese because that's just what I eat. That it doesn't make me dream. In fact, I don't dream. So maybe that's, don't know, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Yeah, occasionally you tell me about different
very,
dreams
very, very occasionally. And when it is, they're like actually happened real life, like really, really real. And then you wake up and think, did that happen? I'm not sure if that happened. Vicky D says, OMG, I've not put mash on bread since my teens. Oh wow, the memories.
Yeah, I think I might mention my favourite fish finger paninis on the stream. So, baked bean and fish finger paninis, they're a taste sensation.
I don't think I've ever put mashed potato on the bread, but definitely bird's eye potato waffles, which are just the same thing but with a coating.
Other not as good waffles are available.
Yeah, if we were, if we were ever sponsored, then we'd have to say things like that. But we have tried other not as good waffles, and they're not as good. Living the carbs dream.
Oh,
yeah, have full support and howdy kid. Yeah. Empathus, how you doing?
Definitely, we can give you feedback that Aldi own brand Pop-Tarts are minging. Yeah.
Absolutely disgusting. I mean, and we're not really. I mean, there's no high bar there, is it? It's not like Pop-Tarts are the most delicious thing in the world.
Yeah.
But the own brand ones are. I mean, we had to throw them away. We don't do that.
Yeah. I don't eat them anyway. That's.
Oh yeah, you don't.
It's for Mrs.
It's a
and
treat.
Little Miss MLG. But I think the Aldi ones has put her off normal ones now as well.
Yes, thankfully. I think that's quite a good thing. Last night for tea, says Wiki D, I did have a bowl of boiled potatoes with gravy. It was basically unmashed mash. Red Tail says pickled onion butty with hot sauce. Well, you like pickled onions, don't you?
I do.
You were choking on some the other day and telling me how nice they were.
Yeah, well, they were mint, but it was... they were awesome, but it was just... The vinegar was... yeah, it was nice.
Oh, you've got there safe, have you, Methuselah? Excellent. Wherever there was. I don't think I ever saw where there was, but we all know it's miles away. Is this Native American tribal music playing? Who knows, John? It could be. It could be. If I liked the sound of it when I made the playlist, it's highly possible. Visiting family down south. Oh, down south. I like Cornwall. That's south, isn't it?
I don't think I've ever been to Cornwall.
Is it south?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
I don't know if that's where Methuselah is, but that's the south that I know.
I've been to Exeter and Torquay, but I don't think that's part of that, is it? I don't know if that's Devon.
This is scary music now. I wonder if this is part of the Halloween set.
Right, let's paint some machine guns before we glue them inside.
I'm painting my little bear, which I can't remember if it's a duo or a trio, but it's definitely got something to do with Sharon. We can't submit them yet though. But we're back to this one. This one always comes up in the music. We can't submit them yet, but I do like to make sure that I have done my commitments and then I don't forget them. I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to do for the great MLG brush off, which is War this month.
I do.
Well, I think like the Warhammer players and stuff are quite,
I'm working on mine.
Oh, what's Wicked D sending me now? Stop sending me stuff while I'm streaming. She'll go, you don't have to read it. Oh, I didn't want to see that. What the smeg is that? I don't know. I don't know what that is, and I don't like it. I can't even show you all. It's some kind of advertisement that you get on Facebook and things like that for, I believe it's men's underwear, but there's a big hole, I think where your bottom probably goes. I don't know why.
It's some underwear that's supposed to have your bum hanging out.
I think so. Is that what it is, Wicked D? Is it bumless pants?
Bumless pants.
Men's crotchless pants.
What?
But then how does anything stay? They've got bits that would fall out.
I don't understand the crotchless pants thing. What's the point? What's the point of wearing like a bit of fabric that doesn't cover the bits that need covering?
There's a Pokemon in chat that looks like you've just showed it the picture of the leopard print crotchless pants, and now it wants to wipe its eyes away. Let's get back to normal, please. White Rose Dragon says, I went to Portsmouth once, went into the Victory, beautiful craftsmanship. I think I have been there and seen that.
Have you?
I think so. I'm not sure. Sharon says, I've almost finished my monthlies. Yeah, you did them like the first day and then couldn't submit them.
Why can't you submit them?
Because it's not open yet. They haven't done the raffle yet.
Oh, yeah, right.
They were supposed to be doing the raffle today. I haven't seen anything about it, but obviously they're 6 hours behind us, aren't they?
What could you win in the raffle?
I don't know. I haven't seen anything about it, sweet. I haven't looked. But if it's as poopy doopy as normal, it'll probably just be vouchers again. And then I'll just keep saving mine. I haven't done a lot. I haven't got a lot of points. I've almost finished my monthlies and 2 quarterlies and hate I can't submit, says Sharon. I don't think the hole goes over the loose bits. But like, there was more hole than material. Oh dearie me! No one caught the Pokemon. No one caught the Pokemon. Our viewers just went down as well because we literally saw them drop. We don't have that many to start off with, and now we're talking about crotchless pants, and they've all run away.
I'm surprised we haven't had an influx from the amount of degenerates out there in the world.
Yeah, but they don't know about us. We're a little tiny stream that nobody cares about. They don't know what we get up to in here. What colour are you doing that? That's very light.
This is, I think it's US Field Drab.
Oh.
It's supposed to be light ochre brown, but I haven't got light ochre brown, so I thought that this might do.
Ochre's yellow.
Yeah, but this'll do.
Oh, I thought we had some ochre. You alright?
Yeah, this is fine.
It's baby poo brown, says Wicked D. It is, isn't it? Yes. Yeah. Or no, I don't know.
Yeah. So the colour that I've used for the inside of the plane, apparently, according to a paint comparison chart, so it's supposed to be silky matte green, which is Revell colour number 360, and the comparison is Vallejo 920, which we actually have German uniform green. So that is what I've used. So these splodges are actually almost authentic inside of plain colour.
Well, there we go then.
Yeah.
When people look through the shop window and then look through the plane window and see, they'll go, that's almost authentic.
Yeah, that's correct.
That's all I eat, Kariniko and Sharon. That's why I am round.
Cheese and chocolate.
Yeah. I've run out of chocolate now, though. I've eaten all of my birthday chocolate, and my birthday was only a couple of days ago.
Well, there was some.
Oh no, there's some 12s. There's some 12 bits from. I think Wicked D got me 12 bits. There's some of those left. I have shared.
You have shared, yeah?
I've been very good.
I get the nut ones.
You got some dairy milk.
I did get some dairy milk, you're right.
I don't have to share.
No, I like it when you share. Sharing's caring.
So go on. You've got this moment of silence to talk to us about your plane.
Oh yeah, so we're gonna get the plane done. So this is very. Oh, I'm just smearing paint off. Put too much on there. Yeah, get the plane stuck together. I'm definitely not painting dials on the inside of the dashboardy bit. It wants you. Look, it wants you to paint all of those little bits. Wants you to paint them white. R is white.
It's too high up.
Oh, sorry.
There we go.
R. All the little dial bits are white. Not going to bother doing that. Nobody's ever going to see it.
You're so restrained.
Yeah. What else do I need to paint? Oh, I need to finish painting this. That I've started painting silver. This is the mount for the ball turret. Kind of thing, and then I need to finish painting the machine guns, and then I think we might be ready to move on.
Yeah, I'm not sure how we're going to touch it to the ceiling yet.
Fishing wire.
Oh, well, we had this conversation.
Good.
Oh, sorry, but
Good old invisible thread
it's not strong
stuff.
enough. It's not designed for that. I keep telling you.
Same stuff that I had fastening me planes to my bedroom ceiling when I was little.
Yeah, but no. You probably had proper fishing wire, not my sewing invisible thread.
Oh no, it was just my mum's like cotton out of her sewing box.
Was it cotton or invisible thread?
It was cotton because
then
we didn't have it. We didn't have invisible thread.
Invisible thread isn't strong enough. I would love to have a twirler, wouldn't I? So that so the plane went round. But we have looked and looked and looked and looked and cannot find one that doesn't involve having to be plugged in or batteries.
Yeah.
So it's just going to have to be static.
Yeah.
But the train's going to go round, so...
Yeah.
So that's alright.
And we've tried to make the train a little bit more interesting by making the track
You keep
longer.
saying this. We've literally got a piece of wood on my kitchen table. There is no train yet.
But there will be.
I mean, there should be. I know how our projects normally go. But there is a plan. And for now, the Halloween diorama is in there. Some kids were banging on the window looking at it earlier. Because it would appear that when children look in our window at the dioramas, they have to bang on the window for some reason. They can't just look through a window.
Maybe if they create noise, the things might come alive and move.
What is it, Nathla?
Yeah.
I don't think they'd want it to come alive, really.
That's it's going to get released soon, apparently. Nearthalate.
Ah, thank you, John. That's a million years ago since we did that. Is it not out yet?
No, it's still not released.
Oh, our Reaper order is supposedly on its way, isn't it? That we did ages ago.
It is, yeah. It might arrive in the next couple of days.
Has it got a dragon turtle in it?
Should have dragon turtles.
Because that's new, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah, should have dragon turtles. Should have Baba Yaga's hut. Should have all sorts of stuff that we haven't had for a while.
We'll have to see when it turns up.
A comprehensive restock on Warlord and Cav and Pathfinder and Chronoscope metals. We didn't do Dark Heaven Legends metals in great quantities because we haven't stock checked it.
And I was falling asleep while we were doing the order because it was 1 o'clock in the morning.
It was.
And we were still doing it.
It was very late. So yeah, it was the one night after we'd finished streaming, wasn't it? It was like a Wednesday, and we'd gone like, oh well, we're going to do some ordering after we've finished it. Then yeah, 1 o'clock in the morning, we were still doing it.
Of course, you know.
Just
Just imagine how terrifying Toy Story would be if there was a D&D monster and 40k horrors.
Yeah.
I think Tony might watch it then.
Well, it was bad enough with the weird creations that the kid from next door made.
Sid.
That's his name. I can't remember.
It's alright, I was here to help.
So this turret that goes underneath is entirely plastic, and it doesn't say in any of the instructions that you're supposed to paint any of it, but in my recollection, I might have to watch a bit of the film to get the thing, because I'm pretty sure that not all of this is clear plastic, like glass or whatever in the film. Pretty sure that only parts of it are clear, so I might have to revisit that. Right, let's get some glue and stick this plane together. Oh, my phone's been bing-bonging while we've been
Yeah, have you not heard it?
streaming. I wasn't paying attention, really.
I thought you were just...
Stick it over there. So, when it's been a long time since I built a model plane, as I think I mentioned on one of our videos. So here are the wings. In order to make sure that the wings got properly fused together, I've used copious amounts of masking tape to make sure that they are tight and there is no severe gappage. We got a little bit custom when we were constructing. In fact, I might as well do that now while I've got the gunmetal colour out. But you're supposed to build it with the wheels down, and I didn't want to build it with the wheels down because it's going to be flying. So we modelled the wheels up, and we had to get a little bit. There isn't options for that in the instructions, so we had to get a little bit freeform. Let's get a bit in there. Yeah, I've not built a plane for ages.
You've only got a couple of minutes, so
years.
you're just carrying on.
I'm just going to carry on while I do this. I want to build a Eurofighter and an A-10. Loads of planes I want to build.
Well, let's just do this now.
I know.
So we currently haven't got any of this in stock, have we?
What, the B-17? No, but now I've realised that we don't have any, we will get some. I've had this particular kit for a long time. I originally bought it a long time ago with the intention of turning it into a terrain piece for bolt action. I never got around to it. And then I tried to get somebody else to do it for me, and they never got around to it either. So,
did you try to get to do it for him?
Rich from the Renegades, but he just never had time.
Nobody's got time.
Yeah.
Pando's crying again.
Pando's always crying. He's so needy.
Good old Panda.
Yeah, Rich is a very talented painter and terrain builder. He's made some awesome stuff for the club. Right. I'm going to risk, before the end of the stream, I'm going to risk taking the masking tape off and see if the wings fall apart, or whether I've done a good enough job. It's only been on here a few days, so it should be alright.
It's only Monday. It hasn't been on a few days.
Yeah, it's been on since last Wednesday.
Last Wednesday, really?
Yeah.
I thought we did it at the weekend.
No. Did this on Wednesday. Yeah, it was what you wanted to do on your birthday. Right, so well, that's alright, that hasn't fallen apart and there's no severe gappage there, that's good. That's one bit down. Yeah. We got back from our posh breakfast out. I asked Mr MLG what she wanted to do, and we built a plane. Sat outside in the garden until it rained on us.
Yeah, then it rained.
And then we came inside and it was just too hot.
It was too hot. Sharon says, masking tape is something I never used. Is it what is used to stencil lines?
You can use it for that, yeah. Yeah, I only used it to hold these pieces together because I didn't want to leave glue residue from any other kind of tape on the kit for when I took it apart. But yeah, you would use it if you were doing lines or trying to cover an area. If you had like a little, if you were really clever with it, you could do the cockpit or whatever of a plane. You could cover that in masking tape. A lot of people use the liquid mask stuff now.
A little brown bear.
Then a little brown bear. Aww.
Little brown bear.
Oh, you're going to paint Boris?
Yeah, that's the other one. Drill trio, whichever. I can't remember.
Awesome. He's a cool mini.
There's a wowzers!
Ugh.
There's a ginormous, huge
Wow.
orange elephant with a snake trunk and a toupee.
I think it's pretty cool.
Font in chat, and Corinnico's throwing balls at it already.
Nice. Oh no, we've got a gap.
Where?
There at the front.
Where?
There. In where that engine housing is. Hopefully the engine may hold it together. Otherwise we might need to do some more gluing, tapingness. I might just fix it when we glue the fuselage together.
And how are you going to fix it? Just pour some glue?
Yeah, pour some glue in and then wrap it tightly with some tape for a day or two.
So do you use the cementy stuff that melts?
Yes, polystyrene cement is the best stuff. I don't know how I managed to. Maybe I just didn't put enough glue in there. It definitely looks like it's had some in. Maybe it's just a warped fitting. Let's see. Let's see what our next bit's like. Wow, just lemonade tonight. Looks like it's water or vodka or something. Pint of vodka.
This is a bit random. Bit more random than normal. I was reading the ingredients in my Nivea.
Oh yeah.
And there are 4 different types of alcohol in it, or the word alcohol followed, by a whatever.
Right.
I just thought you could just have a bath in vodka. Would it do the same thing?
Yeah.
Oh, look at my nice soft skin now. I've bathed in vodka. A pint of port always goes down well. This is a bit like port.
Like rum.
Rum. Oh yeah, I brought the dog up being back. Sorry, Dizzy Bear. Yeah, Mum. Don't attempt to sing. It's terrible. Yeah. Don't bother me, Mum.
What kind of things are people going to do for their always wanted to paint for the end of the year? What's anybody got in mind, or is it a surprise?
Oh no, there's some discussion in the old Discord course.
Is there?
Yeah. Sharon's shown off an absolutely beautiful mini, but says that she's too scared to paint it, and we all want to paint it, but we're not going to bully her because that would be really mean.
Yeah.
But it is gorgeous. I've still got the silly black pouch. Because says, might do a dragon for a change. Yeah, I mean, you never do dragons. It would be really out of your comfort zone. And Tony's got his Riddler, haven't you, Tony? So, and then Osmo was painting something for June brush off, which was all he wanted to paint. But didn't get it finished because he wanted to spend more time on it, which is how this whole thing came about. But I can't remember what it was. I don't know if I saw a picture of it.
Oh, it's probably something. Have you got it?
Oh, well, I have the one that you gave me, but I don't know if it's the one you want. I've got Umbro. You know
Oh no,
Tannin.
I want the green one. I don't know where the green one
There's one up
Oh, it's
there
here.
near my robot.
It's there. It was on my desk the whole time.
So have you given me inferior to put my black coach together then?
No, you said you didn't like this one.
Did I?
Yeah.
Do I have a... Why don't I like that one? What's the difference?
Because it's really thin and it dries quick.
And I spend too long fiddling about.
Yeah, you said you didn't like it. I've put this bit together the wrong way around, haven't I?
I don't know.
Yeah, that bit with the sticky uppy bit should be the other way up, so it goes in there like that.
Well done.
And I've... Oh no, I haven't glued it. Whew.
It said not to glue.
It did say not to glue. There we go. Let's...
It did say not to. I remember that bit.
Yeah. A basilisk for Battlebane. Yeah, that's definitely a definitely an Iron Warriors style
Have we not got any in the second
vehicle.
hand?
No, they're a bit scarce. Yeah, they're a little bit special. Right, I'm going to stick that wheel in after. Is what we're going to do. Right, this is going to take me a moment or two. We're going to have to try and lather some glue on, and then in certain points, and then stick it together. Concentration face.
Yeah, and we can only see your face because we can't see it.
Is that better?
Right, I'm going to take a picture of the bear. I don't know what to do with Boris. Has he got a moustache?
I think he's got a moustache.
He's got a massive mole line down the middle of his face. It's staying now. It's part of him now.
I don't know how to stick the cockpit in. Can't go sticking it together without putting the cockpit in. What a numpty.
You're being a silly sausage.
Yeah.
Love the Marines in the back. It adds so much character, in my opinion, says Batman.
Yeah. Convert one up. Convert one up.
And how would you do that?
Well, I have seen people convert them in the past from the regular guard one. Where's the... That bit go? That bit's supposed to go on there.
We don't know. We can't see it.
The problem with this is this plane is so huge it's not going to fit under the camera.
You just have to move it.
Bit goes. Bit goes there like that. We've started watching The Witcher.
Oh yes, we've only got 2 episodes left, haven't
Yeah,
we?
we're on episode 3, I think.
Nothing's happened yet.
If you've watched it, what do you think to it? I'd forgotten everybody's names when we watched it before, and now we're watching it again, just kind of getting used to who's who, just in time for it to not be on telly for a few more weeks.
I don't know what's happening or who's who.
There was a very strange bit, wasn't there? So one of the characters was in a place doing something, and then the next scene she wasn't in that place anymore and was riding a horse through the countryside. And I don't know if I just blacked out or something, or whether that genuinely is supposed to be like that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
In last night's episode.
You didn't see her leave the village then?
No? Did I black
I
out?
think you might have fallen asleep. I think you might have fallen asleep. Sharon says...
Yeah.
Oh my god, Battlebane says, I enjoyed it, but I don't think I finished it as I lost Netflix. So this is season 3.
Yeah.
This is season 3. It backtracks a lot without giving one. I think he fell asleep, Balpay. I think he fell asleep. Sharon says, so plastic cement. I always used extra thin. On a piece as large as that, it proves a bit hard because it dries so fast. Would using normal plastic cement be different? I know it sounds like a stupid question. There's no such thing as stupid question, Sharon. But what's the difference between normal and extra thin? I know the difference in paint, but not in glue.
Bear with me a second while I just wrestle with this guy in a minute. So I am here using some Tamiya extra thin for this thing because I like the extra thin. Now, thought I'd lost it. Like my marbles.
Do you want me to help?
No, it's fine. I'll just get this out and then I'll. Is the dog having a little dream?
The dog is dreaming and snoring.
So Tamiya extra thin is really good, but it's designed for kits like this. Now, where it's so the idea is that you hold the joint together and then run the glue into the joint rather than like. So obviously I put a little bit on before I stuck it together, but this is for this kind of scenario where you've got the joint held together like so, and then you run it in the gap, and because it's so thin it kind of tracks along the joint and welds it because it melts the plastic. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move along the kit and mask it up, masking tape it together like this all the way around to get it a tight joint. And then what I'll do is once I've got all of that done, I'll run round all the seams and give it another kind of dosing of glue, but because this is so thin it doesn't form big blobs like so the other stuff, the white top Humbrol glue or the other Tamiya normal polystyrene cement with the white top can leave quite unsightly residues, or something like the army painter plastic glue, for example, is so thick because it's designed for putting into your joint and then pressing the parts together. Can leave you with quite heavy residues. But yeah, this stuff is designed for running into joints. So all the regular modeler guys that come in the shop tell me anyway. But yeah, I think it's really good. The only downside is it tends to dry quite quick if you're using it to stick minis together the traditional way. You can end up with it drying before you've had a chance to get it stuck together. And then the other one with the lime green top, the quick setting one, is even worse, really, for not giving you a great deal of time to deal with something. Yeah, it depends what you're building and how patient you are, I guess, in terms of. Have I broken one already? Oh no! I've broken because I was banging it on the table while I was trying to do it. I've detached machine gun from the front port. Gonna have to glue that back in somehow. Because I was whacking it on the table because there ain't really enough room. Yes, no, that's right. Battlebane, the Mark III. Oh, done it again. The Mark III Space Marine kit is supposedly getting an update. I don't know what kind of update, but some kind of update. It was in the Warhammer Fest reveals. They just showed an image, static image of a Mark III Space Marine kit. Or image, shall we say. Yeah, so something like your Dungeons and Lasers stuff. In fact, I've got some of that to build as well. I've got some terrain to do. From that, whatever it was, Encounters. Was it Encounters? The one that was the terrain set, mostly. Got some of that to put together.
Pokemon in chat, everyone.
But yeah, something like that. You can still apply this in the same way. So if you hold your parts together, so if you've got an arm or whatever, and you hold the two bits together, once you've got them together, you can run the glue in the join. You can't even see what I'm doing because of where I'm holding my things. But so yeah, same thing applies as on the plane. So you can hold the parts together like that. If you imagine that that's the two bits of your dragon or whatever you're building. And then run the glue along the joint, and it will track into the joint, and that might help you get, if it's, for example, really warm, and it's going like the glue's drying before you get a chance to stick the bits together. A third hand, yes, with a third hand. That's right. You've just got to be. You've just got to be. Use your teeth and your. Don't put the glue near your teeth. But you've just got to be multi-dexterous.
Says the guy whacking the front of the plane on the table.
Yeah. That's it.
Is it? Say as I do, not as I do.
Yeah.
I can't remember what to say.
Absolutely. Do what I say, not what I do. Isn't it? I did say that once in a job interview.
You went in a job interview and you said that?
Yeah.
Did you get the job?
No. I was never going to get the job, though, to be fair. They'd already given it to somebody. They were just interviewing people because that was the process. Yeah. It would have been a travesty if, to be fair, the guy had been seconded into the job for like 2 years. If they hadn't given him the job, it would have been ridiculous. Right, let's see if I can get this. Oh, come on. No?
What should I do, sweetie pie?
I'm trying to get this window back in where it's supposed to go. There we go, like that. Oh, skill. Check out my model building professionalism. Oh, apart from that bit that's not lined up right. Have you been to Mighty Lancer Games? Yes, I was there today. Funnily you should mention it.
I was there too.
Right. Something's just popped out a line. I heard it. What popped out a line?
Don't know, darling.
What's that bit there? Look. The other thing with this kit is, and I'm not making excuses, I might be making some excuses, but the other thing with this particular playing kit is the mouldings for this kit are very old. So I'm surprised that it's lined up quite as well as it has, to be fair. But if you can see here on the back how much flash there is around certain points, you're going to have to carve that off. That's all flash. We don't need that. Oh, my window's falling out again. Did I say I had model building skill? I didn't know that.
I thought it was said ironically, to be fair. very difficult to do anything under a camera. What?
No, I was just grunting. Neolithic man. That's what it was.
What, darling? You need words?
It was the gun turret thing that's supposed to fit in that gap, and I've pushed it out by resting it on the table. How am I going to get that back in that hole?
Does it need to go back in that hole?
Yeah, because otherwise it's not going to line up. I might need a pair of pliers.
Because that sounds like the way to go.
Can you grab me that pair of pliers that's on the table? There's a little pair of pliers near the train track on the table.
Are you sure you don't want like a big hammer or something?
Yeah, I can't get that in. And we would be happy to have you, Sharon. Sharon says that she needs to visit at least once.
Just remember, it's just a shot.
Yeah.
It's just a shot. Ow! Just pinch myself with the pliers.
Oh, that's silly.
I know. I'm really, really stupid. I don't know why I did that.
Right. It's like performing surgery in this.
Do you want me to help?
No, it's...
That doesn't sound like a...
It's there, I've done it.
Sure.
Ever? Yeah, I've done it.
Okay, darling. Dog, shift your feet.
There we go. Right, so then we can get on with the gluing. So I'm just going to work my way around.
What were you trying to catch there, Chronica? Have you got a delay? Oh, you're making a right mess now.
Yeah. It's alright, we'll sort that out later.
What are you doing now? How are you getting on?
Alright, good. Now I've got it together, I just need to carefully glue the parts and then we're good to go. Leave it to dry. We'll go and watch The Witcher. Or The Gemstones, might watch that.
I think we should finish watching The Witcher before we carry on with... Has anybody else seen the almighty Gemstones? It's just ridiculous. It's funny, but in like a... This is insane, why am I still watching this way?
Yeah. The righteous gemstones and something like that.
It's just so outlandish and
it's John Goodman and some other other people whose name they're probably like famous people because we don't watch like a great deal of telly. I can't tell you who they are, but they're a family of preachers in kind of like the Bible Belt America. And it's crazy.
Certainly not family friendly.
No. It's nuts.
Nice shot of your hand.
Is it? Oh, good.
Beautiful.
I'm auditioning for Only Hands.
God, that was terrible.
Have you heard about the Only Hands thing?
No.
It's been around a while. We might have discussed it, and then it's like not gone on. Anyway, so Games Workshop on their painting tutorial videos and stuff. Apparently have since like Duncan left and Peachy left and
I know what you mean.
Louise Sugden's left. They've stopped putting the.
That was me thinking you were being clever.
Oh, sorry. Well, I was being clever really because I was talking about the thing.
Oh, I thought you were like making a pun for OnlyFans.
Yeah, well, that's.
I thought you were making it, not that you just.
Yeah, right. That I would copied somebody else's.
Go on, carry on.
Don't know if I want to.
Yeah, come on.
So, yeah, but they're not putting any of the presenters' faces on the painting tutorial stuff now, because they don't want anybody to get like a really good following and then decide to leave.
Don't leave us!
Yeah. So.
We'll sulk.
So apparently they have recruited some new painters
I've been out.
to get in, but you'll never actually see their faces.
That's just mean, isn't it?
Mm.
They're like, oh yeah, I'm working for Games Workshop. Oh cool, I'll be able to see. No, you can't see.
Yeah.
I'm just a voice. It's like me. I could do it, look. Apart from I can't paint. It'd be like, blah 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 blah. They all talk in the same way as well. Like I've found the ones that I watch.
Yeah.
They all talk with a certain patter to their voice.
I think so.
I've just got this colour and I don't know why. Oh, there we go. Because it's got a score.
What 30k game are you playing Battle Betting? Or are you talking about having a rematch against my Night Lords? I was thinking about changing my Warhammer Fest list ever so slightly. I've been mulling over the idea of having a different character in my list.
I like that guy.
Oh no, I need Kurs. He's the guy. No, I was thinking about swapping out my other character for a different type of character.
It's all very cryptic.
Yeah, well, I don't want to say too much.
With Jacob's Death Guard, but I'm down for a rematch.
Ah, nice. Yeah, well, Jacob's been around past couple of weeks. I think he's been playing D&D. He's back from uni for a while. Yeah, have to organise a game. Get your gaming against Jacob, and then we can schedule something.
My Boris, it looks like he's seen tragic things and should have his sleep. He's not a good looking boy.
So we're going to do something with this. I'm going to do something with this window. I don't want to stick in.
His eye sockets are massive. Was yours, I don't know if Sharon's still here, was your eye sockets massive on Boris, or whatever he's called? To be fair, Boris's face is a little different. Oh, good. I'm glad it's not just me. It's not right, is it?
Boris Mingler.
Is it? Yeah.
Or something like that, isn't it?
Figured out some things on how to stop the drop pod incident from happening again.
Yeah, well, I've stopped using drop pods now. We're just going straight on. Oh, why did I do that? I've just mashed my glue thing straight into the table. That's better. Yeah, stopped using drop pods altogether now. Just going to go straight on deep strike with the troopers. Put that in at a bit of an angle, then I'll glue it like that. That's good. Right, I think I'm done until that dries.
He's got a lot going on, hasn't he? Old Boris.
Right, drunk call me drink. Done what I need to do. Glued that up.
Is this good night?
Can't do anything else with that. Is there anything I should be telling anybody? We're not streaming tomorrow night and Wednesday night because we're going to go to the shop and do some one-to-one scale painting at the shop.
Yeah.
And
that'll make a boring stream.
Yeah, we've got some decorating tasks to perform. So no stream for the next 2 days while we get some stuff freshened up and sort out some window display things.
Got a little pendant on the front cloth that I completely. He's got loads going on. I mean, like, what's happening? What is that thing swinging between his legs on a bit of string? Why has he got that there?
Let's have a look.
If you have to.
Yeah.
Don't show him off. He's horrible.
Oh, it looks nice.
See, this is why I don't ask for your opinion. You've literally just said this primed black man with 2 white blobs is ace. I mean,
he's got
a lot happening.
He's got a bit of loinclothy thing going because people don't like trying to model like the front trouser area, so they put loincloths over everything. And then he's got a little like money bag on a string.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if that really had Pokemon now, we'd have to wait. If that really had money in it, that's not a good place, is it? That's swinging about between your legs while you're trying to hack at stuff.
Getting in your
way.
Yeah, whacking you on the inside, soft bit on the inside of your knee. Oh yeah.
Look, this bird's gonna come and get him.
Cool. He's a nice figure.
Is he?
Yeah, I like him.
Is he?
Yeah. I'm pleased that you're painting him for me.
I'm not pleased. I'm not happy. I'm gonna try and like.
You're gonna use.
I'm gonna
use mini close-up cam.
I'm gonna try. What's up?
No. Just look at nose hole in, see what you were doing.
We're just waiting for the Pokemon.
Right. What is it? Bravery. I might as well. Have I got my tyre black out?
It looks like he's seen horrible things happening in his life.
No, I haven't got tyre black.
This is why I don't ask Mr MLG if it's any good, because he's just said this is ace. I mean, look at the state of it.
Well, I thought your face looked really good.
You can see that, right?
It looked alright.
Like, and then I've just got some white blobs for skulls, but yeah. Poor Boris. He's not having a good day. He's not happy with his little self. John caught the Pokemon! Woo! Right then.
Yep. So, thank you very much, everybody, for coming and spending your evening with us once again. No stream tomorrow on Wednesday, but we will be back next week with more streaming action. Thank you, everybody.
Take care.
We really appreciate you all coming along. Thank you to John for the stream loots and the cheers and all the awesome stuff. Thank you, everyone. Take it easy.